But first I'd like to go to Aarti and Pooja. They are the Braveheart sisters from Rohtak. Aarti और पूजा नमस्कार, मैं अर्नब गोस्वामी बोल रहा हूँ. आपको मेरी आवाज आ रही है? आरती और पूजा.
हाँ जी नमस्कार.
नमस्कार नमस्कार. अब ये कल से देश भर से लोग आपको सपोर्ट कर रहे हैं और सब लोग ये कह रहे हैं कि आपने इतनी हिम्मत दिखाई, इतनी बहादुरी की काम किया आपने. तो फिर आप जो लोग हैं, जो और लड़कियां हैं, औरतें हैं, उनको क्या कहना चाहेंगी?
सबसे पहले हम उन जिन्होंने हमारा सपोर्ट किया, पूरी इंडिया को थैंक्स कहना चाहूँगी और लड़कियों को यही कहना चाहूँगी कि उन्हें कभी भी प्रेशराइज नहीं रहना चाहिए. हमेशा अपनी ज़िंदगी को एक अच्छे ढंग से जीना चाहिए, खुल के जीना चाहिए. अगर कोई आपके साथ बदतमीजी कर रहा तो उसका खुल के विरोध करना चाहिए.
और फिर कल जब हादसा हुआ तो वहां पे 8-10 लोग और थे बस में, तो कोई भी नहीं आए आपके सपोर्ट में? कोई कुछ नहीं कह रहे थे वहां पे? बाकी जो लोग थे वहां पे फोटो में देखा गया, कई लोग हंस रहे थे, तो वो क्या कर रहे थे?
सर कोई जो यंग बॉयज थे वो हुटिंग कर रहे थे और जो ओल्ड थे या फिर ओल्ड जो जेंट्स थे या फिर लेडीज थी वो या तो हंस रही थी या फिर देखी जा रही थी.
अच्छा, तो कोई भी एक व्यक्ति उसके बाद जब ये सारा हादसा हो रहा था तो कोई भी नहीं आया सामने आपको हेल्प करने?
नहीं सर, एक लड़की ने इसी बीच में हमारी हेल्प की थी.
जी. अब पूजा मैं आपसे पूछना चाहूंगा कि कल जब ये हुआ तो आप में हिम्मत कहां से आई कि हम इतने लोग, 3 लड़के हैं, ये सब करने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं, तो आप में हिम्मत कहां से आई और आपने कैसे सोचा कि इनको टेक ऑन करना चाहिए?
सर वो हमें बहुत ज़्यादा परेशान किए जा रहे थे. उनकी बदतमीजी की सारी हदें पार हो चुकी थी और जब वो हमें टच करने लगे तो मैंने सोच लिया था कि अब और नहीं, और मैंने उनको बेल्ट निकाल के मारना स्टार्ट कर दिया. जी.
और फिर अभी जो वहां पे सारे जितने नेता लोग हैं सब ये कह रहे हैं कि आप लोगों ने बहुत बहादुरी की काम की, तो जितने नेता हैं उनको क्या कहना चाहेंगे पूजा?
सभी को थैंक कहना चाहूँगी बिकॉज उन्होंने हमारा बहुत साथ दिया, तभी आज हम इस मोड़ पे हैं कि वो तीनों लड़के पुलिस की गिरफ्त में हैं और हम खुल के सबके सामने आए हैं बिना किसी डर के. तो वो है जो एक प्रोटेक्शन ही है जिसकी वजह से हम आज सबके सामने आए हैं.
बिल्कुल जी. आरती और पूजा बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद, थैंक यू वेरी मच. आपने बहुत हिम्मत दिखाई और हम तो यही कहना चाहेंगे आपसे कि सारे देश भर के जो लड़कियां हैं, औरतें हैं, वो आपके हिम्मत को देख के उनको भी हौसला मिलता है आज. बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद. थैंक यू वेरी मच. दैट्स आरती एंड पूजा देयर. थैंक्स वेरी मच. Okay, let's begin the debate there, because as I began by saying, Aarti and Pooja thrashed those 3 men, but in a way they thrashed all the people out there in the system. Rujita Duvekar with me in the studio is an author. She had herself been troubled by a auto rickshaw driver in Mumbai, and she chased him, she dragged him out of the vehicle, and she made him apologize in public. Thank you very much. You have your own story to tell. Kiran Bedi, former IPS officer, social activist. Brinda Grover, human rights lawyer and activist. Rahul Ishwar is a social activist. He says don't blame the onlookers. Pandit Ajay Gautam is a spokesperson of the Shankaracharya Dwarkadish Peeth and also is there with the Hindu Mahasabha. Ragini Nayak of the Congress Party. Sambit Patra of the BJP. Let's debate this. Thanks very much. Rujita, who do you think is the real person to blame out here? The onlookers, the politicians, or who would you blame?
I guess each one of us, because each one of us is born to stay quiet, silent, submissive, and it's high time that we start questioning that. I remember about 10 years ago I saw a woman being thrashed and I did nothing, and then I felt terrible about myself, so I went to the closest police station, asked for help. They said ye hamare had mein nahi hai, you need to go to another police station. I lost all my courage right there, and that's when I decided that I'm never ever going to keep my mouth shut, watch this happen and just move on. I'll make sure that I'm heard,
that's what made you take on that man out there on those pictures.
Absolutely.
You were telling me that when you were taking them on, not even the onlookers weren't supporting you either.
Well, the onlookers always tell you, Tamiz se baat karo, don't hold him like this, talk to him properly. And I guess it happens to every Mumbai girl who's on a bus or a train. I've been molested, I think, multiple times. For us, the rate is at least once a week, and sometimes you let it go, sometimes you make a noise about it, but I guess now if we girls know that the media stands in support, that the police stands in support, that the government is ready to help, that these guys can actually be booked, then I'm sure every girl will raise a noise about this.
Yep, absolutely. पंडित अजय गौतम नमस्कार, आपसे पूछना चाहूंगा वहां पे कि आप तो हिंदू महासभा से भी हैं।
जी जी जी
जी, तो फिर हिंदू महासभा जो ये बातें कहती थी, ये घिनौने बातें कहती है औरतों के बारे में, तो आपको क्या लगता है आज की एक तरह से जो ये औरतें हैं, जो दो लड़कियां, उन्होंने तो हिंदू महासभा के लीडर्स और उन्होंने जो एक मिनट जिन तरह के एक सुन लीजिए बात मेरी, सुन लीजिए, उसके बाद आप रिस्पॉन्ड कीजिए। आपके जो लीडर थे हरियाणा में हिंदू महासभा के रमेश पन्नू, ही सेड quote, Indian dress should be preferred for the benefit of young girls. Now these two girls, they were there in jeans, right? Will you say they were wearing jeans, which is the reason they were being assaulted in the bus?
Not at all.
But you were justifying it last time, right? In a way, you're justifying it.
First of all, Hindu Mahasabha condemned this kind of statement.
No, not this kind of statement. The statement was made by Ramesh Pannu.
Ramesh Pannu. I clearly said we appreciate the girls which kind of act.
Ramesh Pannu is the Haryana president of the Hindu Mahasabha.
There, I said before when we sat together, that there is just so many groups in Hindu Mahasabha.
But you said that Indian dress should be preferred, and you know these two girls were in jeans. They were not in Indian dress. Is that the reason why they were teased by the boys on the bus?
Arnav, any dress, ठीक है ना, which promote obscenity, which create problems. हम उसका हमेशा विरोध करते रहे. But that means absolutely not कि we say कि आप जीन्स मत पहनिए.
What creates problems?
हमें कोई जीन्स से ऑब्जेक्शन नहीं है. लेकिन हमें ऑब्जेक्शन है स्कर्ट से. हमें ऑब्जेक्शन है माइक्रो मिनी शर्ट से. हमें ऑब्जेक्शन है हर उस चीज से जो ऑब्सेंसीज को क्रिएट करती है.
आपको माइक्रो मिनी कुछ भी पहने, मुझे तो प्रॉब्लम है आपसे. मुझे तो प्रॉब्लम है आपके इस माइंडसेट से. एक मिनट, should we open the debate? मुझे तो प्रॉब्लम है आपके माइंडसेट से. मुझे प्रॉब्लम है कि आप समझते हैं, मुझे प्रॉब्लम है इस बात से कि आप समझते हैं कि आप गेरुआ कपड़ा सैफरन पहनेंगे और अपने आप को आप कहेंगे कि हिंदुओं के रिप्रेजेंटेटिव है. किसने बनाया आपको हिंदुओं के रिप्रेजेंटेटिव?
हिंदुओं का रिप्रेजेंटेटिव मुझे सिस्टम ने बताया. हिंदुओं का रिप्रेजेंटेटिव मुझे इस सिस्टम ने बताया, which is authorized me to talk on the Hinduism.
Well, you are not authorized to speak on Hinduism and for every Hindu. And I'm telling you out here.
आप बात करेंगे या कोई एक्ट्रेस बात करेगी?
Where are the Khap Panchayats tonight? Ragini Naik wants to take you on, and let her take you on, please. Yes, Ragini Naik.
सबसे पहले तो मैं इनसे ये पूछना चाहती हूँ कि भारतीय संस्कृति और नैतिकता का ठेकेदार इन्हें बनाया किसने?
बिल्कुल,
आपको किसने बनाया? आपको महिलाओं के बारे में बोलने का अधिकार किसने बनाया?
फरवरी के दिन जिस तरीके से आपके सिस्टर कंसर्न सड़कों पर निकलकर महिलाओं के साथ बदतमीजी करते हैं, यंग लड़के लड़कियों के साथ बदतमीजी करते हैं, मारपीट करते हैं, उसके बजाय आप हिंदू समाज के भीतर की कुरीतियों पर अगर आप नजर डालकर उनको हटाने
हमारा रागिनी, हमारा आदर्श इस देश के अंदर रानी लक्ष्मीबाई है, रानी चेन्नप्पा है. हमारा देश में आदर्श रानी लक्ष्मीबाई और रानी चेन्नप्पा के आदर्शों को स्थापित करना है. रागिनी नायक क्या पहनती है, सनी लियोनी क्या पहनती है, माधुरी दीक्षित क्या पहनती है, वो इस देश का आदर्श नहीं है. अब होने देंगे.
एक मिनट, ये इस तरह के. नो, 1 सेकंड. Ragini, 1 minute. Ragini, a minute, please. A minute, please. Ragini, just give me a minute. I want to say something to this man, Pandit Ajay Gautam. Pandit ji, देखिए आप बात सुनिए. No, I want to tell him something, and please let me say something to him. Don't, आप ये रानी लक्ष्मीबाई मत बोलिए. रानी लक्ष्मीबाई को उनके कपड़ों के लिए नहीं, उनके वीरता के लिए जाना जाता है. और आप अपने आप संयम रखिए, आप संयम रखिए जी, प्लीज. राहुल ईश्वर says don't blame the onlookers. Rahul Ishwar says don't blame the onlookers. Rahul, 1 minute. Why are you batting? Why are you defensive? You say. Let me complete, please, Rahul. Okay, let me complete. You say the onlookers cannot be blamed. Now let us use the example of Nirbhaya, where the victim's friend recounted how he and Nirbhaya were left pleading for help on the street for 25 minutes and no one came forth. By endorsing that onlookers can't be blamed, you are promoting that apathetic society becomes a partner to the damage done by not coming forth. I mean, I don't understand. Look at those onlookers. See the pictures tonight, Rahul. I'll put their pictures up. One is smiling, one is smirking, one is enjoying. One of them thinks he's got front row seats.
We are all ashamed.
No. I am ashamed of the onlooker.
We are all ashamed because they didn't intervene. Hold on. But
what do you mean they cannot be blamed?
We cannot have a legal provision where they will be punished. It will be counterproductive.
Of course.
We need to have gender sensitization, value education.
This is the problem.
And please remember,
gender
there are a lot of
sensitization.
conservative people in our society. We can disagree with them, but let us not disengage.
There are many people don't use big words.
Girls and boys should have modest dressing, responsible dressing.
Gender sensitization.
Let us not disengage.
Don't use vocabulary. If you want to use vocabulary, so can I, to try and avoid the issue. Unlike you, I'm not running away. Gender sensitization, disengage. I mean, let's talk simple language here. Vrinda, why should the onlookers not be blamed? I think there should be a law that onlookers to incidents of sexual assault should take the blame.
They cannot be punished.
1 second. Let Vrinda put it in context, because you are trying to respond legally. Yes, Vrinda.
Yeah. Arnab, I think we need, you're absolutely right. The blame needs to spread over everyone, including the political class, the religious, so-called religious heads, or those who claim that they occupy positions where they are in social leadership. What we are seeing today is actually the culmination of all that muck that society is carrying. It is extremely unfortunate that again in a bus, women are being attacked, and this time they've turned around and have been able to defend themselves. Insofar as the onlooker is concerned, I think we need to understand that this onlooker is part of what the signals of the political, religious and social leadership is sending out. We have not taken violence against women seriously. Whether it is sexual assault or domestic violence, if in our homes we are keeping quiet, when women are being burnt, when women are being thrashed, when our mothers and sisters are being beaten, we are keeping quiet. How do we think that these men are going to rise up and are going to extend a supporting hand or a helping hand to women who they do not know? Whether criminal law is the root or not, I think is something that requires serious debate. What today proves actually, no, just a minute. What today proves is that the anger and the wrath shown on the streets at Jantar Mantar was not a constructive anger. It was a destructive anger which did not shape our society well. I do not think that criminal law, if it will penalize 8 or 20 more onlookers, will take us any which way forward. What we need to penalize is, why is there a chief minister who has no understanding of women's rights? How does BJP appoint him as a chief minister?
Exactly.
Why are people like this given space in society? This runs across political parties.
Exactly.
Let us point fingers at them.
Yes, let's point fingers and let the BJP have the courage to answer tonight. But before I go to the BJP, this is what the BJP says. Kiran Bedi, coming to you. Let's get the BJP first. You have made a misogynist, a sexist, a person who makes the most offensive, shameful, shameless comments against women your chief minister. You have made a man who supports the Khap Panchayats your chief minister. You have made a man that your chief minister who had the indecency, Sambit Patra, to say the following, and I now quote, on 9th of October 2014, he says, if a girl is dressed decently, a boy will not look at her in the wrong way. When asked whether young people should have freedom of choice, now listen to the rubbish this man speaks, and you made him chief minister. When you have a chief minister like that, all these perverts out there will feel encouraged that if our chief minister talks in this kind of a language, we can do what we want on Haryana Roadways bus. Now, this is what the chief minister said. He's asked whether young people should have freedom of choice. He replies, look at the shameful words. I feel embarrassed to repeat them tonight. He says, quote, if you want freedom, why don't they just roam around naked? Freedom has to be limited. These short clothes are Western influences. Our country's traditions asks girls to dress decently. Are you ashamed or silenced or both, Sambit Patra? These are the words of a man who you made your chief minister. I can't believe that you did it, but now what do you expect? Maybe those boys out there feel emboldened, not just by the Khaps, right? Not just by the predators, but by the chief minister himself.
And every girl has been molested in every size.
Can I come in now?
Absolutely. No, yes, I'm waiting for you to come in, please.
Yeah. Or no, but there are certain topics I believe which should be beyond the boundaries of debating. There should be consensus on it, and this is one such topic in which
don't try to do that. No, answer the question. What do you feel about what the Chief Minister said?
I'm answering it.
What do you feel about what the Chief Minister said? No, answer my question. What do you feel about what the Chief Minister said? What do you feel about what the Chief Minister said? Do you feel the Chief Minister's comments emboldened? Do you feel the Chief Minister's comment emboldened sexual predators? Answer the question. Do you feel the Chief Minister's comments emboldened sexual predators? When a Chief Minister talks like that, when a Chief Minister talks like that, does it embolden predators? Do you want to answer the question or not answer? Does it embolden predators when a Chief Minister talks like that?
No, just a second.
No, just answer the question. No, just answer the question now. No, answer the question now.
There is no question.
Answer the question, Sambit. Don't dodge it, Sambit.
Of the onlookers.
Don't dodge it, Sambit. You know what he said. I am of the view that when a Chief Minister speaks like that, he is emboldening others. You answer the question.
That wearing jeans or not wearing jeans influences women's safety is a matter which we should not, in fact, bring to the forefront. That is not.
Why should we not bring it? This is the most. Why should Brinda? Should we keep this under wraps? Ragini, should we keep this under wraps? Sambit is embarrassed, so let's not talk about it, right? Sambit is embarrassed, let's not talk about it. Have the courage to take them on. Have the courage to take them on. Have the courage to take them on. Enough has happened in this. Have the courage to take them on.
The Bharatiya Janata Party government in Haryana is doing a tremendous job there.
Brinda Grover.
People who are accused for this kind of act have been caught hold of.
Have the courage to take them on.
They have been nabbed. They have been thrown behind the bar.
Why are you giving dilly-dallying of an answer?
Who is the Congress spokesperson?
Take a position.
Mr. Sambit Patra, there are 13 number of examples which I can cite.
You're not batting between Congress and BJP here.
To shame the Bharatiya Janata Party. Mr. Khattar's example is only the tip of the iceberg as far as BJP's misogyny and anti-women stances are concerned. You know, Mr. Narendra Modi, when he was the Chief Minister of Gujarat, was asked why 3 out of 5 young girls are malnourished in his state. And the answer that he gave was, because these young girls are beauty conscious. When he goes into and takes on an election campaign forward, he gives the slogan, "Bahut hua mahilaon par waar, ab ki baar Modi Sarkar." And look what he does. The Bharatiya Janata Party wants to shake hands with Muthalik, one of the biggest women
Congress needs Sushil Verma.
Later on, Mr. Narendra Modi puts forth a 10-point agenda to be carried forward in the next 100 days. There is not even a single.
Okay, 1 minute. Just I'm intervening for a minute. 1 minute, I'm intervening for a minute. I'm going to play pictures of what happened. I am playing pictures of what happened. Both of you just pull back for a minute. Pull back for a minute and let me explain what is happening. Now, in case you missed this story, there are 2 sisters who thrashed 3 men who were harassing them in a bus. This video went viral. Okay? They physically, these 2 bravehearts fought these 3 predators. None of the people in the bus stepped forward. And this is a state, let me put it in context, this is a state where the Chief Minister is a misogynist. Kiran Bedi, coming to you. Where the Chief Minister is a misogynist, the Chief Minister makes the most shameful comments against women, the Chief Minister and the ruling party supports the cops. Every top BJP leader goes to the cops and begs for votes. And it is these cops which go on to say that women should dress in a certain way, Kiran Bedi. Girls should not be seen talking on the phone. They should wear jeans. They should only wear, once they cross the age of 10, they should only wear salwar kameez. They should be covered from head to toe in loose-fitting clothes that do not attract a male eye. Kiran Bedi, do you think right now we can avoid this subject? Do you think we can avoid it anymore after what has happened?
Arnab, what I think is that you're probably getting off the mark.
Why?
Because what I see, now let me complete. If you, 1 minute, I will speak only on one condition, that you let me complete my sentence.
I'd like to know from you how I'm off the mark.
No, that's right. So would you let me speak? And I'd like to complete the sentence without interruption.
I'm listening.
May I? Okay, good. What I see on the screen is 3 things. It's 3 things. I see brave women fighting back molesters. I see molesters who trying to find their way to harass the girls. And what I see is onlookers. And I also see that the driver and the conductor probably have broken the protocol when they should have driven the bus to the police station. I see these four things. I don't see anything else.
You don't see the cops? No, which state is this happening in, Kiran Bedi? I thought you're a straight talking person. Which state is this happening in? Haryana?
I thought.
Why are you afraid of taking a position which you think will go against the BJP?
I'm sorry, I'm not afraid. That's exactly it.
You seem to be afraid of taking a position because you think it will offend the BJP.
I'm sorry, I belong to nobody.
Well, I hope you don't, because I'm surprised you don't know what the cops do in Haryana. You of all people know what the cops do, Kiran Bedi. Don't you know what the cops do in Haryana?
Exactly what I said. That's exactly what I said as my condition, that you will let me complete my sentence and not attribute anything to me.
Miss Bedi, you are not above questioning. You are not above questioning. I'm questioning you.
Independent citizen.
I'm questioning you.
I'm also questioning you.
I'm questioning you.
I'm speaking up as an independent citizen. I don't see anything else except these four things.
Okay, can I ask you one thing? Can I ask you one thing? Can I ask you something? Can I ask you something? Okay, 1 second. Since you say you see only four things, I'm asking you one thing. In 1 second. 1 second. I am asking you who has given the cops a free run?
You are attributing something to me.
Who has given the cops a free run, Miss Bedi?
To me which doesn't exist.
Kiran Bedi, who has given the cops a free run?
I'm sorry. That's exactly what I'm saying. What I'm seeing on your screen is Braveheart. I'm seeing molesters. I'm seeing onlookers. And I'm seeing the public servants not delivering. I see these four things.
Really? And okay, so my question to you is, okay, so Miss Bedi, see, I don't know whether you're blind or blindfolded, but my question to you is very simple. In October last year, a cop came out and said that a woman should be married off at the age of 16 to avoid rape. This happened in Haryana. Okay, cops in Haryana have said that girls above 10 should only wear salwar kameez. Okay, and then I'll tell you the third thing. The Hindu Mahasabha in Haryana says that girls should not wear jeans, should not speak on the phone. Now, all this happens in Haryana, and you also know that 1 second, let me complete now, ma'am, because you said I'm off the mark. You know that the BJP leaders go begging for votes from the same cops. My question to you is, for political reasons, all parties, the BJP and the Congress, do they have the courage to take on these parallel courts? Do they have the courage?
I don't want to politicize this issue.
Why don't you want to accept the facts? You want to say I don't want to politicize this because you don't want to take a position on issues. You don't want to take a position on issues, Kiran Bedi. I'm sorry to have to say this to you directly. You appear to be on the defensive when it comes to straightforward issues because you are afraid of hurting political interests this way or that. 1 sec, Miss Kiran Bedi, you're not above question. Ragini Naik wants to take you on, but yeah, Ragini Naik first. Ragini Naik.
This is amazing.
Miss Kiran Bedi,
you call people for an interview.
I think there
Miss Kiran Bedi, you're not seeing things which are apparent to everyone. I'm surprised.
And not at the viewpoint.
I'm surprised, Miss Bedi. I'm surprised at the fact that you're prevaricating on the real reasons for the problem. Now, Ragini wants to take you on. Ragini.
No, Arnav, the big question is who gave the cop a real run for all these years? The cops were running for 10 years. And
Ragini Naik, Sambit after Ragini because Ragini is taking on Kiran Bedi.
Only 2 months
I want to make a point. Please allow me.
Our questions the BJP government.
Please let me make a point. Then you can continue with your verbal diarrhea.
Ragini Naik's government.
I have questioned every party. I don't need to learn that from you.
You see, I think that
why was Ragini Naik not questioned?
I don't know. When you have nothing substantial to say, why do you
Ragini come in, Sambit. I'm letting Ragini come in.
You have no answers tonight. You have no logical point to make.
Sambit, don't heckle. Don't heckle. Okay, I'm coming in now. What's it? Ragini, in the middle.
Please stop this.
Sambit, I'm taking you off. What's it?
The audience has seen through the shot. Please stop this. Do not trivialize.
Don't heckle. Don't heckle, Sambit. We are going to go to the nub of the issue.
The regime of Congress.
Sambit,
case took place.
Sambit, you know you're providing a parallel audio track to everyone right now. Don't do that. Ragini is taking Kiran Bedi on. It's a straight debate. Let her take Kiran Bedi on. Because I'm saying Kiran Bedi is not looking at the real issue tonight. The real issue is who gave the cops a run for their money. Yes, Ragini.
All right, please don't forget that.
Ragini, go ahead.
Ragini Naik's party has not.
I am requesting Ragini and Kiran Bedi on the screen, please, only, if possible. Thank you.
Politicizing an issue.
Yeah, go ahead, Ragini.
I think there is a fine line of demarcation between politicizing an issue and understanding the gravity of an issue, taking a firm stand on it, and asking right questions to the right people. I totally agree with the point of view that as far as women's safety, women's security, empowerment and emancipation is concerned, there are joint stakeholders. All the four pillars of democracy along with society, social institutions, social organizations, everybody is responsible. But I think we also need to ask questions to the people who are, the government which is representing the people, in whom the electorate of this country has reposed faith. And I think the government has to, in that sense, set clear-cut examples, send out right messages, should ensure that legal provisions are used, should also ensure that legal reforms take place. And in that sense, if we look at the current day government in Haryana and at the center, I think they have failed miserably. You will also have to look at the kind of words and actions that have been put forth by these leaders. We have umpteen number of examples, Arnab. Mr. Arun Jaitley himself very categorically said that it is a very small incident, choti ghatna hai Nirbhaya Kand, and if we keep on talking about, going gaga about the Nirbhaya Kand,
I'm not sure he said that.
Actually affect the tourism of the country was his stance.
Okay.
We should not ignore what Babulal Gaur said, or for example the law minister of Chhattisgarh said about rape, that sometimes all these incidents of rape are all right because they are done for the right cause.
My question is specific.
So, I mean,
Ragini, a minute.
Time and again,
Ragini, a minute. Ragini, a minute. No, one second.
Propagating an ideology which is anti-women, which wants to control and subjugate women's autonomy, and which wants to confer a secondary status to women in society.
No, so Ragini, a minute.
I stand firm
kindly allow for a minute.
Ragini, just keep your comments a little short. One second. Pandit Ravi, Pandit Gautam. Ragini, please just keep it short. 1 second, 1 minute. Now the point here is we are Rahul Ishwar. Kiran Bedi says